Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola. Y'all know how, I don't know what is going on with this daggone StreamYards tonight, y'all. It is tripping. It is tripping on my side. It is literally, it's flipping out. Let me get the music going. All right, let me get the music. Let's get this music going. There we go. All right, now we on point. Happy Friday, y'all. On my side, y'all, I'm literally looking at a black screen. I don't know if I should go out and come back in. Let me see. Okay, this OBS. Let me try something. I'm going to remove myself and see if that helps. Okay, I'm back. Okay, no, that didn't help. It's just bizarre. Anyway, happy Friday, y'all. Happy. Let me just get myself together here. It's bizarre today. I'm just gonna look at the black screen and I'm gonna deal with it and I'm gonna be professional. We're gonna keep it moving because you know this is how it is sometimes. Good thing I have a glass of wine tonight. But it is still the 10th of September here in the West. But I do know that it is already September the 11th in other parts of the country. And it's hard to believe that it's been 20 years, y'all. I mean, I remember, and my daily thoughts tomorrow for September the 11th All right. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I swear, I'm telling you, StreamYards is tripping right now. It's tripping. But I'm gonna try to not let it distract me from my thought process. But it's hard to believe that it's been 20 years. I remember it. I don't remember it like it was yesterday, but it doesn't seem like it was 20 years ago. But I remember, to me, it's the day that the skies went still. That's what it is to me. Wait 1 second, guys. All right. All right. So I'm doing multiple things at the same time. I think I just kicked myself out of the okay, let me get myself back in the chat. All right, I'm back in the chat. I have to get myself back in the chat. I kicked myself out of the chat on my phone, but I can see you guys can hear it. And I was listening, and it was distracting, so I had to I had to turn off the headset. It was distracting. So now I'm just going to turn down the volume on the phone. But that's the only way that I know that you guys are not getting the garbage that I'm getting tonight on my browser. And I think I might need to. I hate to say it. I may need to just upgrade my what I have my stuff running under. Hey, Miss Mahogany, on my Mac. I think I need to upgrade the operating system on my Mac, because I do have a kind of old system on it, and it was because I was running Pro Tools on this particular Mac at one point. And if I used a higher version of it, I couldn't run my Pro Tools. But I haven't run Pro Tools on my Mac in a minute, and I don't even know what I'm in. That's how old it is, y'all. That's how old it is. But literally on my side, I'm looking at a flickering screen. And I think it's because I need to upgrade my my operating system so that I can get the upgrades in my Chrome. You know, I don't know, maybe I'll try. Maybe I'll try to run StreamYard through my Safari and see if I have run into the same problem, because I know that you can run StreamYard on Safari now. Originally, you couldn't run StreamYard on Safari, which is the Mac browser or iPhone browser, but now you can. So yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that. Maybe I'll try to run StreamYard the next time I come on through Safari instead of through Chrome, and see if I get the same issues. I'll see if I get the same issues. But yeah, it's you guys can't tell what's going on, but on my end, I am literally looking at a black screen that keeps flickering every once in a while. And if I move my mouse around, I can actually see what's on there, but it's just weird. And you know, it is what it is. I have a slow ass computer, y'all. I have a slow ass computer. But I'm glad it's Friday, y'all. I'm glad the weekend is here. Y'all know that Mr. David is not here. And that's all I'm going to say on that, because I'm going to keep in my namaste mood. But all I'm going to tell y'all is this. I'm going to say this. When you have a adult with autism, it is sometimes difficult for some parents to understand that their child is now an adult, and that every single thing that one parent is doing with said child needs to be discussed at nauseam with other parents, because it's an adult. We're talking about an adult. But yeah, like I was saying, I can't believe that it's been 20 years since 9/11. I actually knew some people that worked in the Twin Towers, y'all. Because as you guys know, I work in the real estate lending industry. And, on in the Twin Towers, there were some offices for one of the, securities that, bought paper of loans at that time. And they were on some of those upper floors. It wasn't the entire firm, because I think it was just, elite. My understanding is that just, I guess, the ones that we were dealing with were in that particular office, because it was Morgan Stanley, and it couldn't have possibly been all of Morgan Stanley. Hey, Joe. Couldn't have possibly been all of Morgan Stanley. But nonetheless, y'all, it's been 20 years. And if you think about it, for those of us who, were young 20 years ago, like in our 30s, 20s and 30s, 20 years ago, if we've had kids, if we had kids then, who were young at that time and are now adults, do you guys realize that we have been at war for like most of our children's lives? Our country, if you think about it, even though it doesn't really seem like we've been at war, we've really been at war for more than the 20 years, and isn't it ironic, or maybe it isn't, that they rushed to get us up out of there right before the 20th anniversary, and now the Taliban is now back in power in Afghanistan? The irony of that situation. Now, y'all know, George Sr. must be rolling over in his grave right now, because this was, us being over there, this was, this was Junior, basically doing something for his daddy. Because, Junior was not that smart.
And that was one of our presidents. And until Trump came in, he was our embarrassment. But let me just tell y'all, 45 toppled that over. But I'm just going to say 46 better get it together. 46 better get it together. Now, I know that we do want our people out of Afghanistan, but I'm just going to be honest. I don't think that the way that the pullout was done was necessarily in the best interest. The 20th anniversary of 9/11, and for it to feel like we're back in the same place that we were with Afghanistan 20 years ago is a scary thought. To me, light me a candle. I've got a lavender candle going over here. Let me see, we've been at war. We see, here's for most of our adult lives, okay? Because the first Gulf thing happened. I was in my 20s. I was, it started in the late 80s. Okay? And like by the beginning of the 90s, we were at war, but we weren't really at war. It was a war that was not in our face. 9/11 brought it into our faces. Brought it in our faces. And now, with the Taliban being back in power, I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. I don't know. You just have to think about that. Let me see what you guys are saying. Oh, we had somebody come in here and say something dumb. Thank you for hiding them. I'm glad I didn't even see them. Hey, Red Wings. I know. I had friends. Who work. I have one of my best friends was working at the Pentagon at that time. And she just didn't go to, that day, she didn't go to work. She had taken it off or something. And the hit to the Pentagon was in the area that she would have been in. So, yeah. Not to mention the fact, I think that the thing that I was most thankful about is that my mom was here with me and she was no longer in DC. Because the things that had happened prior to that, I mean, I don't know how many of you guys remember when a plane went down on the Potomac before. But, I mean, even where I lived at the time of 9/11, I lived, very close to Los Angeles International Airport. Still do. But But tomorrow is going to be 20 years. And when 9/11 happened, my son was 5 years old. And at the time, my house was, part of, because we lived in close proximity to the airport, planes were always in the sky above our house. And my son really loved the planes. But for the 2-3 weeks that no plane flew, you could hear everything, because I don't think we realize when planes aren't flying how quiet it is in the cities. Think about it. Even during the time of the panorama, when we didn't have planes flying, it was very quiet, and it was eerily quiet with no planes flying overhead. You saw the aftermath going home. I'm not a lot of people saw it. There's several content creators that I know that actually worked, in the city and were on their way to work at that time, 20 years ago. Some of them are full-time, YouTubers now. Some of them are still part-time YouTubers. YouTube didn't even exist 20 years ago. There wasn't even any YouTube, There wasn't even any Facebook, okay? We were still diddling around with MySpace and Black Planet, and AOL and all that kind of stuff as far as social media. At that point, I believe, dang, I don't even know if Twitter was around. We didn't have the kind of social media that we have today. We didn't have that because I think if we had the kind of social media that we had, sorry about that, y'all. Well, now I don't have a black screen anymore. I don't have a black screen. My screen is not flashing. None of that is going on because StreamYards kicked me out of the effing studio and made me come back in. So now everything is as it should be. I guess my poor little computer couldn't take it, and it said no, no, no. And StreamYard said no, no, no. And I got kicked out, and now we're good. Oh, yep. They outside partying. Child, let me just tell y'all. You guys know I live in a very diverse neighborhood, a mixed neighborhood, extremely mixed. Everybody lives in my neighborhood, literally. Okay. So on as as I walked down the street earlier, you know, with my guy, you know, we could hear mariachi music in someone's backyard going, you know, and you know, because even though, you know, things are starting to open back up and are open back up and everything, a lot of people still aren't, you know, going out. They or if they are, they're limiting their going out, you know. But yeah, that thankfully tonight I'm not dealing with that. Usually that's on a Saturday night over here. I hope they don't do it this weekend because I'm back in church this Sunday. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. We are back in person in our sanctuary for Take Two. As you guys know, we had gone back into the sanctuary back in April. And we were in the sanctuary all the way up until July, and then things were going on. We lost a member of our church, you know, to the panorama. So we went back to virtual again. And so now we're going to go back to in person for our every week, you know, not just in there in my house praising God. I would say that all of this that has happened has been extremely hard. As far as, you know, it did not take away from my relationship with God, but I felt like I wasn't able to worship freely the way that I wanted to because I was restricted, you know. And I'm not gonna forget how these people treat the people of God in regards to our expression of our faith and everything during this time, but the casinos could be open. Can somebody explain to me how that even made any sense? I'm just saying. And shouts out to the churches that sued over it. You know, they've won those lawsuits. They took it and won. I don't know if they're going to get any kind of restitution or whatever, but I believe any fines that they had to pay for going against the ordinances that restricted them are going to be returned to them. You know? But, you know, like one of the things that my man has said, and he's an essential worker, so I'm going, you know, I have to respect what he said. You know, he's saying that even though, you know, we're opening and everybody's, you know, going back into offices and everything is starting to go back in. I mean, they're starting to have concerts again. I mean, we have National League football going on with fans in the stadium, and but a lot of people feel that it's too soon. even though economically, as a country, we probably couldn't afford to just stay closed. But the cost of opening back up is human lives. And I guess we have to ask ourselves, hey Terry, we have to ask ourselves, is that are we doing the right thing? I mean, think about it. In the state of Florida, where they have banned any mandated things in regards to covering your face up in the schools, and the Supreme Court has said that they can continue with that during the appeals process. But we have children that, have no protection, not even a freaking mask. So how is that right? Because they're not old enough to vote. And I heard that we just had our second child here in Southern California pass. Now, of course, they said that the child had some other underlying conditions and everything, but they weren't even old enough to vote. So that's my concern, is that, are we protecting our children? Are we protecting them? Because you can say what you want, but I have family members that had the panorama. Okay? They're still here, but I'm not going to say it's not real. And the people who are saying that it's not real are foolish. It's real. Now, whether it's organic or if someone did something to make it come about, doesn't even matter. The point is, it's here and it's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. So at some point, we're going to have to figure out a way to live with it being here. Especially since we have so many people who either will not vote because they don't want to, and then you have people who cannot vote. And we already know that even if you vote, you may not be fully protected. It's just a better likelihood that you won't have to go in a hospital. That's all I'm saying. But the point is, I think there was a point in time where everything that's going on now could have been contained, but that point in time has long since passed, and that point in time will never return. So at this point, I think that it's just going to be a part of life for the for the time being. It's going to be a part of life for the time being. I just see that every time that they say that there's going to be a date when we don't have to cover our face, I just see that date's going to keep moving out. It's just going to keep moving out. Just keep moving out. That's what I see. Let's see what you guys are saying. But I mean, we got people right now that are having to make decisions about keeping a job or voting. Is that? And it appears that it's going to become even more and more and more and more and more restrictive. That's what it appears it's going to be, more and more restrictive. But I do know that because of the panorama, Real ID has been pushed out to 23. Did you hear what I said? Real ID has been pushed out to 23. So now you have until 23 to get that Real ID. It is for informational purposes only. Oh yeah, you gotta talk in code. I can't. There's certain things that you can't say, and even if you are an authority on it, you still can't say it. I'm not an authority on anything, so I'm just going to say what I think. And I'm going to say it in a coded way so that, I don't get my live stream taken down. There's just certain things you can't say. They don't want you to say them, and it is what it is. I mean, early on, people were saying everything that they wanted to say in regards to the panorama. And that became a problem. So you can only say, whatever it is about the panorama that the CDC says. And since I don't want to go through all of that, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to skate around it. But I would just say, if you live in a place where you have been mandated to wear masks, you're probably going to have to live with that for a little while, because I don't think that that's going to change. Because although people were, this should have been about, just keeping people healthy. Unfortunately, it's political at this particular point, along with voting. See what I mean? Everything's political. And people are putting political statements on their masks these days, too, by the way. It even has masks out there that say your voting status. Now, regardless of what my voting status is, I think the little masks are cute and all, but I don't think I'm going to be wearing one one of them that says what it is anyway, because it's none y'all business. That's personal. That's how I feel about it. And I think that it's a personal decision to vote or not to vote. However, for some people, it's a do I keep my job or not kind of situation. Nightbot is it has come in. Nightbot times you out. I'm so sorry. Treelyn, Nightbot does not like emojis. Nightbot is a hater on emojis, as a matter of fact. See? Y'all see Nightbot? When the last time y'all saw Nightbot? Nightbot has not been in the chat in weeks. Now, I wonder if I came on here and did like hours and hours long live, whether Nightbot will come through. Maybe then Nightbot will come through. But now Nightbot just comes through when Nightbot wants to come through. You notice how Nightbot only comes through when I'm talking about certain things? Nightbot is too much. Let me fan myself up in here, y'all. Fanning. It's part of being a woman of a certain age. We fan a lot. We fan a lot. But it's okay. I mean, I did some daily thoughts in regards to I did them in regards to menopause. So, in the fanning thing, this can go on for years. But as I was saying, Nightbot comes in the chat and twerks. Oh, I have to give a shout out to Cookie. Cookie came on camera tonight. I mean, she was popping on and off. I was multitasking, so I wasn't able to be in her chat. But and she might have still been on when I came on. I don't know. But I did, pop through there and give her a thumbs up and everything. But yeah, she was coming. She was. All right, I got kicked out again, y'all. I got kicked out again. Let me see something. Nope, I got a strong internet signal over here. So, yeah. That means StreamYards is tripping. I'm like, StreamYards is tripping. It's kicked me out twice tonight. That's okay. I will send them a nice little comment when I end the live and tell them about that, because I don't I don't have the free version of StreamYard, so my itch that'll be working. Okay? This is not free because I come on too many hours a month. You can only have it free if you're gonna be on less than, I think is it 25 hours? So I don't want that restriction. I even have the Zoom. I just have never used my Zoom for my live streams. But if StreamYard keeps tripping like this, we will be switching over to the Zoom for our live streams. I don't have no problem doing the other. Matter of fact, I might test it out over the weekend. So I got a backup because we're not having this. I mean, I can always come obviously through on my straight through on my YouTube because I'm monetized. But the thing is that you can't have, if you want to have other people come up, you can't do that via the regular application. So, something for YouTube to think about, if they want, people to not use other OBS systems. But I don't think they care. I don't think they care because, they're making their money regardless. Okay, I'm sick of it, you guys. So now I'm on camera. I'm sick of it. It just keeps kicking me out. So I'm on camera now. So if it kicks me out, then it's gonna kick me out on camera. Maybe it didn't like the fact that I wasn't on camera. So I guess we'll finish up the broadcast with me staying my butt on camera. But that's how many times have I been kicked out? Three times in the last 15 minutes? 3 times in the last 15 minutes. Fan myself, y'all. Whew. It's warm up under all these lights. But as y'all can see, no headache going on now. We good tonight. The smoke that's in the air has passed this area, thankfully, at this point. That's, that's some crazy stuff. With the fires that we have to deal with out here, is the carbon monoxide, like the particles from the fires can, literally travel across the country. They don't just stay here. And it just had my sinuses so messed up. It started on Tuesday, and by Wednesday, Okay. StreamYards is tripping. StreamYards is tripping. It's not being nice to me right now, y'all. It's not being nice to me. So I'll at least stand up before I get off of here so y'all can see my Betty Boop shirt. Cause I'm into her. But this is a black Betty Boop. Let's see. Let's move this out the way. See Betty? Y'all see Betty? That's melanated Betty. A melanated Betty for y'all. All right, I'm gonna get out of here because clearly, I was like, clearly, what's the deal? It's like StreamYard is effing with me. It's effing with me tonight. I'm like, it seems like it's okay now. You know, maybe you didn't like my avatar for the evening. Okay. So now I'm not on avatar, but you still keep kicking me out. What's up? Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here because I'm actually gonna do some work this weekend. I'm gonna do some work, and I'm gonna do some work for the channel too. But I will see you guys. I might do a live over the weekend, especially because of 9/11 being this weekend. But check out my daily thoughts that were released right before this on polyamory. And tomorrow my daily thoughts will be about 9/11. I can tell you that's what they're going to be about. And I already know what they're going to be about on Sunday because I'm trying to get these things done so that they're not coming out to you guys at the end of the day, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna get out of here and let me see if it's not gonna trip on me, it's gonna let me see. Let me see. Wait 1 second, y'all. I gotta make sure it's gonna let me get over here. Gotta make sure. Okay. All right. So anyway, you guys, I'll see you guys. I may pop in on the weekend, but if I don't, I will see you guys on Monday for the Monday mood. In the meantime and in between time, I'll you guys peace and blessings from the west side. And I'm gonna get out of here. And yeah, here's the outro. Let me get it on here. See you guys. Peace.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the west side. I'm out. Peace.